What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? DoctorDDub here, and welcome back to the forest. I've had some help since last episode. We've had a couple guests and or visitors to the world. They helped me farm up some logs, and don't worry, you will meet everyone eventually. But we got some stuff farmed. I added a gate over here because whenever I'd send logs back by myself, which I've done a couple times since then, they end up exploding everywhere, and I end up having to grab them. And I can walk pretty much from that side of the water all the way across, but then I'd have to try and jump around this, and it never worked. Not once. So I decided I had to destroy, I think, 3 segments and rebuild them, which I know it's a waste of logs, which I feel like are a precious resource in this game, especially with tree regrowth off, or actually only because tree regrowth is off. But I just revealed it slightly there. Oops. I want to add this blueprint. I actually got this on the first try, which I was very happy with. That rarely happens with these wooden apexes. But I want to build that. And the reason for that is whenever I send logs by myself, and yes, I do have people helping, and I will continue to have people help. I am very appreciative of that. But I'm also a very independent person, and I hate having to rely on other people and schedule like a farming session. If I have to go to work in an hour and I only have 30 minutes and I want to get something done in the forest and no one else is available, I want to still be able to get something done with that 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do is, this is actually made out of a wooden roof, and you can use a hole cutter, not on walls, but on floors or foundations and roofs. So what I'm going to do is basically cut a hole from basically the rope itself, and then a little square below the rope. My hand gestures probably didn't do much for you there. But basically it'll be an opening that isn't the entirety of the wall that the logs have to escape out to go flying. Otherwise they'll hit the wall and fall down and land just right here, which is much more enjoyable than having to go fetch them from the water, as we saw last episode. Anyway, I've done a lot of work off camera. I finished every blueprint inside. Oh, and I added the roof segment. Pretty sure that's new. I'll show you guys that first from the outside. I added a little skull lamp there because, I don't know, I like those skull lamps in openings like that. It's kind of cool. And then we did a little wooden apex to top it off. But I've still got my scaffolding here, which is just some stone walls. But I added this, and I think it came out pretty nice. It looks intentional, even though it was a total afterthought. I'm really happy with how it looks. It's kind of nice. And it even looks intentional from like, well, this is a terrible angle, but you get the idea. If I jump, it looks like it's supposed to be there, and that was kind of the goal. I think it looks really nice. But let's go take a tour of the inside real quick. Everything's done. If you guys remember, and one thing that's nice is, I mean, ooh, what I should have done. Pause that thought. I got people to kill. Stop taking my wall out, dude. Oh, I could have just come down here. I'm gonna use my katana for all these fights, because, nope, that's not my katana. I need to upgrade my tools. My weapons. We did that once upon a time, and then I think we both died, and I don't think I've ever upgraded my weapons since then. So I should probably do that. Woohoo! Oh, and one thing, I've gotten really comfortable with combat, if you guys can't tell. What's up, buddy? One thing I want to add is skull storage. And we have sort of a makeshift skull storage with unfinished skull lamps, or the ceiling lamps. Are those fish in a circle? It really looked like they were. There's no way I'm getting that body back, is there? Is he still alive? I think he's still alive. That is him, right? Uh-huh. What the heck? Oh my gosh, this game definitely has its quirks. Anyway, oh, quit eating your friend, dude. Just, yeah, please die. Anyway, right now, I have use for their bones, but I don't have use for their skulls. Well, I have use for them, I just don't have a way of keeping them. Except for running all the way back over to our dock and letting them sit underneath our dock in that storage. But look, this gate is so handy now. Anyway, I don't know if I'll get to it this episode. Probably not. That might be one of the first projects I tackle with the help of our guests. But some sort of skull storage using catapults would be really nice. Is that a cannibal in our base? It is. Did I leave the gate open? I did! And now they're running rampant in the base. Lovely. Let me take care of this real quick. Alright. Well, before I was so rudely interrupted, I'll have to go repair those walls in a sec. Let's take a tour of the inside of this place. If you guys remember, we had one room on the right finished. Let me put away that bloody instrument. Oh, and what I was going to say is I should have put, like, a custom floor above this apex to look closed, or to make it look closed. Because now we have access to see all the way through to the roof. But it's not bad. It's the forest, after all. But we had this room on the right finished, and I haven't changed anything in here. I think I'm going to leave these openings. I have no good way of fixing that. And it kind of works. It's still technically covered. So it's not... I don't know. The rain could still totally get in here if it were to rain, but whatever. If this were a realistic game. On the left here, we finished everything. And it looks so nice. Oh, and I added an explosives rack. Not to actually store explosives on, because again, this is a counselor cabin. They wouldn't need to have bombs in here. But I added that because I forgot that I had that to add. And then I added a bookshelf here, which I apparently put way too far back because the wall clips through. But that's fine. It almost looks like there's not a back to it, and it's just shelves, which I'm fine with. That looks okay. Note to self, place it further away next time. I think the only ones we've placed have been in a corner, so we haven't had to deal with that. Oh, and then, oh, some aloe got planted back here. So I actually just ate that one and replanted it because I've been sick or infected for I don't know how long, but I finally took care of that. And then this lovely gator mounted on the wall. I thought I could put it up and then remove it. And so I accidentally did it with a turtle head first, and I found out you can't remove them. And so I added the gator to cover it, and it didn't quite work. So now we have kind of like a parrot on a pirate's shoulder, but a turtle on a gator's side of his face. Kind of the same thing, right? All right, though, that pretty much does it for our main counselor cabin. I want to go ahead and take care of the apex on our log receiving building, and then I'm going to at least place the blueprints and do what I can, kind of like what I did last episode with our main counselor cabin. Place the blueprints and do as much as I can. I'm thinking of doing these, like I said, very cookie cutter. Probably 5 to 6 beds on each half of the building. So 5 to 6 here, 5 to 6 here, and then in the other building, 5 to 6 and 5 to 6. The reason I'm saying 5 to 6 and not just 6 is I was originally planning on doing 1, 2, and 3, and then mirroring that on the other side. But I'm seeing how narrow this is now, and that's going to leave almost nowhere to walk. So I might have to stagger them. Like put one here and then another one on that wall and then alternate and do 5. That's where the 5 would come into play. Anyway, I'm not sure at all. We'll get there in a sec. But to start things off, let's see if I can make this work. I'm hoping I can. Speaking of making things work, Forest devs, please make your game work. Anyway, I should be able to access this blueprint from this boulder right here. I think I tested this. Maybe. Please? Yes, okay. 41 logs. It's an investment, but it will help quite a lot. Alright. It's done, and it looks very strange right now. I realize that, because we have a rope going right through it. Which looks very odd. But, oh, and it doesn't even... this might be the only building, and it's at an angle in relation to this wall. This is just a prime example, as we keep building more and more on it, of why you use foundation. It looks so bad, but that's okay. At this point, it's almost intentional. Oh gosh, and we have this lovely issue of I can't see what I'm cutting. So I'm gonna go save real quick, and then we'll try this. Alright, it still looks just as wonky, but I'm trying to make sure that we get the rope cleared, and I'd like to make it still centered. I know the logs aren't coming in perfectly centered, but... So maybe I'll clear... I guess these 4? That's currently what it looks like it's trying to clear. Okay, it clears the entirety of it. That's fine. I was trying to only do the hole I had it positioned in. But that's not terrible. Kind of. I guess what I could do is run another... No, that's just too expensive for very little progress. I was going to say what I could do is run another apex along the wall and not raise it to the peak of the roof. Just raise it lower. I am terrified right now. I don't want to have to deal with more cannibals. I'm tired of it. I've dealt with so many. Why do you think our bone storage is so full? It's a lot of killing cannibals. But the gators have definitely been providing as well. We are pretty much full on meat. I emptied a couple racks just now into my inventory, but... Is that a raw lizard? No, dried. Okay. I was gonna say, that thing was pitch black when I pulled it from the rack. Alright, though. We're gonna head... Well... Should I send some hold on, let's use some logs first, so that way we have a place to... Actually, we have a place to put these. I kind of want to test this thing out and see if it does any better with exploding logs. Okay, that's awkward. Normally, when I guess I misjudged our last farming session, normally, whenever I do farming sessions, I make sure everything is full for the next time. So we've got 16 log storages, or log holders, I guess, whatever, back where we've been farming logs, and that's full. But we should have taken the boat back, filled that up, and then filled storage again there, and then brought the boat back, and then just left it here. Oops. So, never mind. We will not be testing that. Next time I have some logs on it to test, we'll test it. Oh my gosh. It's a rabbit. You guys have no idea how many rabbit skins we need. So you know how I said 5 to 6 beds per side? That's 10 to 12 beds per room. So 20 to 24 beds in total. So that's 80 to 92, I think, rabbit skins that are needed just for the beds. Nothing else. Just the beds. And we maybe have 12 or so rabbit skins currently. Deer skin, we're set on. We have a lot of deer skin. And lizard skin, it basically walks into our lap and lets itself get speared, because that's how we get it from all the gators that are around here. Usually whenever I load in for the very first time, there's 2 gators, almost guaranteed, that'll spawn. I don't tend to see them after that, but maybe they do exist. I don't know. But yeah, this, I overestimated. We have 6 rabbit skin on the rack, plus we have 7 rabbit fur. Out of, what did I say, 80 to 92? Uh-huh. Alright, so which one of these is more narrow? I think this one. So we'll start in here first. Because it's gonna... I want them to be the same. Like I said last time. Or maybe I'll do them sideways. Because I was originally planning on doing them like that. But that really... that cuts more than halfway in. Let's just... I know I'm... Jeez. I hear mutants. And I don't like it. So yeah, even if we did that and we alternated them, we would have to zigzag through the building to get through. So I'm thinking that was my original plan, but I don't think that's gonna work. Unless we did... Unless we just did... This would save me a lot of resources. 3 on one side and then 3 on the other. Please tell me this mutant's not in the base. Sorry, I'm hearing the moans and groans. No, it totally is. We might have trapped a mutant spawn point in the base, which is lovely. And I'm kind of not okay letting that thing roam around for fear of it doing bad things. So, let's kill it. Oh gosh. I hate these things so much. And I've got to make sure to keep it away from my trees, because I actually... Please don't take down trees. Come on, over here. I actually like my trees. I want these to stay. Oh no, I've got a boar that's pissed off behind me too. I got enough to worry about, boar. This is not cool. And I can't see. There we go. That's a little better. Fighting these mutants. It sounded like it died. It's definitely not dead yet, though. How much does it take? I'm fine with it taking down stick trees all day long, but... Oh, gosh. I can deal with mutants, but knowing that it's spawned inside sucks a lot. Because it could potentially take down buildings, trees, us. Like, I'd rather not have that happen. It keeps putting away my lighter. It's not cool. We'll put the creepy armor on, though, I guess. Make it worth our time. Oh, man. Do we have... Maybe we'll end up doing, like, a hunting lodge somewhere, where we can store a lot of arrows and put some bows on weapon racks on the walls and stuff like that, and spears. And then we'll mount a couple heads from these guys and Cowman and Virginia's on the walls as like trophies. I did not think I got that. Man, we're getting sidetracked. I blame the mutants. Okay, back inside. Back inside. I'll need some lighting, which I might just do ceiling lighting. That could be cool. But yeah, I'm gonna get basically 1/4 of this done with you guys, and then I'm gonna just go ahead and do the rest of it, because ideally it should more or less be the exact same thing. So what I kind of want to... I do like this look better, having them stick off from the wall like that. So I think we will do that, and only do 3 beds per side. And I just kind of got to get spacing worked out. So that's what? 1, 2, 3 and change. And then we'll do 1, 2, and 3. And those should be not good at all. I want them pretty much on the wall, which they're not. Much better. All right, so now that we have those and the spacing more or less the same, that looks pretty good to me. I didn't want it too close to the door, so that way when you walk in, you can still realize you need to move to the side slightly before you go. And ooh, now that I'm seeing this, instead of doing them like catty corner, like these 3 on this wall and then the other 3 on the opposite wall, what if I made them mirror images of each other, like the 2 buildings, and did them like on the back sides? So if I moved all 3 of these over and do the exact same thing over there, and then on the other side, I could put them on the far wall. I think that's going to work better. Let me get these moved real quick. Yeah, I like that a lot better. Okay, so what I'm wanting to do, like I said, I'm going to make this very cookie cutter. I wanted to do that is the large table. I don't want that one. I wanted to do the side table next to each one. And it's looking like we'll do it on the inside, I think. If I do them like this, I think that's going to be the better orientation. I think that looks a little bit nicer. And these are 3 logs each, so it's not like this is the cheapest thing in the world to do. For purely aesthetics, that is the only purpose this serves. So 3 little end tables to the left of each bed, and then, or on the inside of each bed, because I'm going to do a mirror image. I am cold right now, and I don't like it. What can we do in the front here? Would a large table? That kind of feels entryway-ish. I am cold, and I don't approve. Let's get a basic fire going. It's what, 2 sticks and 7 leaves, of which we have thousands. That's fine. Also, I need to eat. Don't yell at me. I need to eat. Eat food. Drink water. We're good. And now we're warm. Okay. So yeah, I'm thinking if we do a large table in the front. That is not what I meant. There we go. Something like that gives very... I don't know. It gives a very front entry kind of feel. I kind of like that. And I don't know if you can place arrow baskets on tables. I had forgotten, and I mentioned I was going to do it after I got all the blueprints placed and built, is that I wanted to add arrow baskets to some of the tables in the main counselor cabin. You can't do that on these side tables. Why am I cold and... Why am I still cold and wet? Am I sick? I keep doing that. I keep hitting tab. I don't think I'm sick. No, I'm fine. I know it's raining. And now I'm cold and wet. I don't understand. Sorry, I'm listening for the sounds. You can hear the difference in the rain. Like right now. Versus right now. This sound means you're outside and not considered inside. If you're under a roof, it considers you inside, even if you have walls or not. But I should be protected from the elements in here. This is very strange. I don't like this. Anyway, we're just going to have to disregard that and keep placing blueprints. So let me keep doing that. Yeah, let me get this half just figured out. I'm not quite sure what I want to do for the rest of it. And then we'll meet back up, see if we can build it or at least get close. And then we'll try and replicate that in the other 3 quadrants, if you will. All right. I think I'm happy with this. I kept looking at it and trying to add couches and shelving, and I might go back and add like a wall planter above each bed. Although, or across from each bed. Does that work? No, because some of them line up maybe in between each one on this wall. That could be kind of nice. That could work. I might do that. I'll decide later. And I'm just now realizing I do still need to do the wooden apexes on each of these. So yeah. Let me go ahead and get all the blueprints placed. I'm going to replicate this more or less everywhere. It's going to take a little bit, but I'll be back in a sec. Oh, and I'll probably also get the apexes at least the blueprints for the apexes placed at the same time. Yeah, give me a sec. Whew, okay, I think we've got blueprints placed. I didn't do the apexes after all, because I forgot. No reason other than that. But we do have a beautiful looking interior now. So the only things I added are the wall planters above the table. I wanted to do it across, but they didn't line up quite with the windows. And they worked everywhere except for one spot, putting it directly above the table. I kind of fudged it a little bit, and it still looks nice. And then I also added a picture frame, or it's actually a bone frame, and then a chandelier up top because it's beautiful and perfect. I don't know if there's anything else I want to do in the entry. If the rugs, or not rugs, like the deerskin rugs didn't clip through the floor, I'd love to do one of those in the front entry. But they do, so I'm not gonna. Unless that's been changed. I don't know. I might test it. Otherwise, I think this looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and do the blueprints like I said I was going to do for the apexes. We'll get those built. And then we'll probably do another time lapse of this interior. But let me go ahead and get the apexes built, and I'll show you what those look like. Ah, that's a nice sound. Okay, all 4 apexes are done. And this place looks pretty nice. It doesn't even have light on the inside, and it doesn't even look that dark at night. We're going to be adding lights in the corners and then a chandelier in the middle. That should be plenty of light. I'm hoping. Yeah, that should definitely be enough. What am I talking about? All right, though. It's time to do a time lapse. We're basically going to do exactly what we did last time. Build everything that I possibly can without having to go out and grab more resources, because this is going to be incredibly resource intensive. I'm probably not even going to do anything with skulls except for the skulls I have and rope. I'm not going to go run back and grab more rope from storage. I might make some, maybe not. That's not a lot of cloth. I don't know, but we're going to do everything we can. And then over time, between episodes, we'll finish it, and once it's finished, we'll do a showcase. But without any more talking, let's make this interior beautiful. It's far from finished, but progress has been made. And again, no, that wasn't the whole time lapse. If I tried to fit everything I just did into that amount of time, it already looks a little weird going that fast in first person. But, oh boy. Okay, so I need a lot more rope, and I need a lot more skins. Mostly rabbit skins. But we got most of this room done. Or this half of this room done. Or I guess this room of this building. Yeah, I guess this is 2 rooms, sort of. Anyway, technicalities aside, I think it looks kind of nice. It's cozy, and I'm really liking these rugs. It adds color. Everything, minus these rugs, brown or tan. every single thing. You got a little bit of orange, but other than that, everything is the color of wood. Because it's made out of wood or skins of animals that are similarly colored to the color of wood. So the green definitely adds some life. The wall planters, once we get some actual plants in the wall planters, will also bring some color to the room. And then if we ever find, actually, dang, we didn't finish any of these. I'm pretty sure we have, yeah, we have some of Timmy's drawings. So we could use one of these and put it, actually, can that just, that can just go on the wall. I don't know if there's a way of getting that back. I hope there is. Please tell me I still, okay, so that uses one of them. Didn't mean to do that. Please tell me, Timmy, can we get your drawing back? That's terrifying looking. I'm not going to try that right now. Well, I might have just messed that up, but... Did I do damage to the roof? I did. Okay, cool. Good to know. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for this episode. Ooh. Trying to do all of this... That's not English. Trying to do all of this in one episode and go through the grind to get all this stuff while recording is... not really viable, so I'm just not gonna. I'll do it off camera. And I'm thinking next episode is gonna be the first time that we bring in guests to record. I think that's gonna be fun. So we'll probably do another farming session of just everything else. If anyone wants to join me, feel free to just finish off all these blueprints. Oh, and sorry, and I don't know what we'll be working on next, but we'll figure it out. But one thing I do kind of want to do is, now that I've committed to having guests join, sorry, I didn't mean to smack my mouse there. I'm thinking what we do is, with all these cabins, we let each person that joins have one of them as their own. They can sleep in it, they can do whatever, but the decor of the interior will be exclusively theirs to do. They can do it however they want. They can make it as barren or as extravagant as they want. My only kind of request is that people put some sort of signifying something on the outside to make it obviously theirs, or at least make them look different from the exterior, not just the interior. But I think that could be really cool. I need to kind of figure out how many I want to have, and then if there's any extras, we can just, you know, fill them with whatever. But I do want to get the spacing and this kind of laid out, so we might do that next episode. We'll see, but I think that's a cool idea. Let me know what you think. If that would be something any of you that plan on joining are interested in doing, let me know. And we do have a couple tree houses that could potentially be used as well if someone would rather do that. So anyway, though, that's gonna do it for today. This has gone on, at least for me, long enough. I don't know how long the episode will be. I never do with these. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I hope you're excited for guests to be joining next episode. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time, though. And until then, as always, take care.